Yeah, we fly just like rockets in the sky. Yeah, we fly just like rockets in the sky. We take off, we blast off, we stay up, we lift off, we too high, can't catch up, we too high, can't catch up. Yeah, we fly.
Yo, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to the Horse's Mouth Podcast. I am your host, Robin Gould. Everything you hear coming from me comes straight from this horse's mouth. All right, I'm not out here trying to force no opinions, trying to be woke, trying to be anything. I'm just out here trying to tell you how I feel about sports, news, politics, relationships, etc. Story times. You can get it all straight from this mouth right here. Okay, let's talk about what we're going to talk about today's video. Y'all have to ignore my scruffiness. I am in Wisconsin. I don't have to care. Now, if you've been rocking with me in the past and you are in my group chat, which is going to be in the link in the description below. Now that we're talking about sports, so I'm going to put my betting chat in the description below. Y'all know I'll be trying to keep it clean most times. But look, let me tell you something. In Wisconsin, they don't care about style. All right. It's no big deal. Looks or any of that. No big deal in Wisconsin. I saw black people wearing plaid and they thought it was fresh. Now, if you from the South, where I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, okay, there ain't no style in plaid, bro. Ain't no style. But you can't tell these people that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys I've seen out here, they just throw on 8 colors while I got the house. They just headed to work. These out here are people, they care more about dairy products than they do clothes. And that's probably why they're so nice. I don't think they care too much about the outward appearance. People in Wisconsin, you can't dress, but y'all ain't on no what's the word? Y'all not on no prejudice or no, y'all don't be hating on people or nothing. Y'all love cheese. Now let's get to the video, guys. All right, so we're going to talk about sports that are happening on today. Today's Sunday, March 30th. We are coming to the end of March Madness, so we're not talking about March Madness no more. We're going to talk about the NBA and the UFL. Let's go ahead and get started. UFL is back, man. If you don't know what the UFL is, all right, it is spring football. I am tired. Look, I'm going to look right at the camera. I am tired of people clowning spring football, okay? Spring football is great, and y'all need to be tuning in because not only are you missing out on potential money, but you're missing out on seeing some of the guys who really, I won't say they couldn't have made it, but the guys that the NFL just brushed off and was like, hey, bro, you know what I mean? You're not going to make it here. Those guys are playing hard, man. Those guys are playing 1,000% hard. And, I mean, the games are entertaining. The rules are innovative. The coaches' challenges are way more compliant to reality than they are in the NFL. Honestly, the review booth, everything, to me, the NFL has the popularity war, but the UFL has a better game. The NFL runs the popularity war, but the UFL has a better game. The game is way more entertaining in the UFL. It's not because of the talent. It's not because of the star players that the UFL doesn't have and the NFL does have. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got everything to do with the rules, how the game is officiated, and how personable the coaches are with the players and with the audience. The fact that I can hear them go over the plays, discuss what's going on in the huddles, and etc. is amazing to me. I thoroughly enjoy spring football. And so today we're going to talk about a spring football game. So far, I'm 1-1 in the season. First game of the season, took the Battlehawks. They killed the Houston Roughnecks. Second game of the season, I went plus side on the Brahmas. Now, granted, what makes me mad about being in Wisconsin is that everything's an hour behind. So, when I'm looking at the clock and it says 2 o'clock, it's not hitting me that it's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I'm normally accustomed to being. And so the game's already started and Arlington scores. So I'm like, dang, bro, the line is gone now. The plus 5.5 for Arlington is not coming back, and it didn't come back for the rest of the game. So in my head, I'm like, dang, bro, I missed out on the opportunity to really play who I want to play. So I guess I might as well slide to the other side of the fence, take plus money with the original favorite. I ended up losing, and I'm fine with that because today is a new day. Right now, we got the Birmingham Stallions at 3 p.m. There's another game earlier, but we're only going to talk about this one. Birmingham Stallions versus the DC Defenders. If you don't know anything about spring football, the Birmingham Stallions have been running spring football for the past 3 years. Okay, I think they've won back-to-back championships. I think the only spring football team that's won a championship outside of Birmingham is Arlington. So I think the line is 6.5. If it isn't 6.5 anymore, it's probably to move up to 7 or 7.5 if that's some books. Honestly, Birmingham's going to come out here and kill DC. Okay, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. Reason number 1, new coach. DC Defenders lost Reggie Barlow, who was their coach last year. I think his name was Reggie Barlow. Let me fact check that. Like I said, man, we not hiding nothing on the horse's mouth. Yeah, Reggie Barlow. Okay, so check it. He took on he's going to be coaching at, I believe, Tennessee State now, right? So they lost their players. They lost their coach. They cut and lost a lot of players, all right? And to me, the third reason is that they never improved in the quarterback position. They are really stuck behind Jordan Teyamu. Now, Jordan Teyamu last season threw 1 interception a game, at least 1 interception every game. And going against Birmingham Stallions, that is not the way you want to be. Like that's not, you don't want to play with your life like that. Okay. Birmingham is a no mistake, no nonsense football team. Honestly, I would not be surprised if the score was 33-3. So yeah, give me the Stallions. I'm gonna go ahead and take them -7.5. If you have a book where you can give them 2 touchdowns, and you can take it like a -13.5, I do it. And it's at plus money, I'll slam it. I don't know why I got the hiccups right now. We're not gonna filter that out the show. No, sir. So check it. We're going on to the NBA because honestly, there's not a lot to talk about here. You have the best team, all right, literally the best team in spring football history going up against arguably the worst team in the UFL right now. Only team that I say is worse than them probably be Houston Roughnecks. But the defense defenders, the DC Defenders are trash. They're trash. Birmingham Stallions, the exact opposite. I think they even brought back everybody from their roster from last year too. So, just be prepared to see a blowout game. Let's move on to the NBA. All right, first game in the NBA. I know that it's smaller. Shout out Odd Sharks. Everything that you see computer generated, I normally get from Odd Sharks. Odd Sharks is free betting tool or a free betting website where you can go and kind of like generate scores or even look at what trends and what the computer is basically offering for the game. First game we're going to talk about. Oh dang, I got it all mixed up. We got to go to LA. All right, LA Cleveland today. The spread is at 8. Cleveland is laying 8 at home. The over is 229.5. Well, the total is 229.5. Where do I see this game? You got to go with the Clippers. I mean, I know that right now it says that the spread pick +8. You got to go with the Clippers, man. You have to. The reason why, number one, if you want to look at the form of the game, I'm going to read you guys some statistics. Okay, let me read you guys some trends here. LA is 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games. They're 7-3 towards the over in their last 10 games, and they're 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games. Let's read off some of their recent games. So that way you know that they're not just playing against slump competition. All right, so yeah, they beat Brooklyn by 30, but they turned around and beat New York on the 26th. They lost to OKC, which is the best team in the West, who are out here killing everybody. They lost to them by 2. All right. And they were given 1. That's the thing. Like they were given 1 point, and they only lost that spread by 1 point, which is honestly impressive. They played Memphis. They beat Memphis 128-108. They last time they played the Cavaliers, they played them in LA. Now, one thing about LA Clippers is the best home team in the NBA. All right, they got a $1 billion arena. They're not out here trying to lose in that $1 billion arena, bro. They're not. We didn't move out the hood we didn't move out the Staples. We didn't move out the hood. We didn't move out the Staples Center to build $1 billion arena and then lose games. So you got to give me LA, even though the game isn't at home. I'm gonna tell you why I'm going with them. LA is just, they're rolling, and I believe they're healthy. And when they're healthy, it is so hard to beat them. I'm gonna go over the injury bracket just in case. Literally just in case it's not it today. Let me see. NBA. Just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go over the injuries for the day. I really just want to know what the Clippers are going through right now. If they're going to be, what is their their injury report? Okay, so Cleveland, Ty Jerome, Imani Bates, and Jalen Tyson are out. Imani Bates is a game time decision, personal. And then LA Clippers, Kawhi is out, Jordan Miller is out, and Seth Lundy is out. But I mean, if you're giving me Norman Powell, you give me James Harden, Zubac, give me the 8. I'll take the 8 points. I'm riding with the Clippers. I mean, I guess it's not fair if I don't read out the trends for Cleveland, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Cleveland hasn't been playing the way that they've started this season recently. They're 7-3 or last 10 games towards the over, 3-7 last 10 games. And they just dropped a bad game in Detroit where they were supposed to lay 7 and they ended up losing by 10. So that's like a 17-point flip. And they're 5-5 straight up in their last 10 games. Now, granted, I do think Cleveland is one of the best teams in the East, but you can't dispute the numbers that are presented right now. They used to be, honestly, one of the best ATS teams, if not the best ATS team in the NBA until the Thunder finally passed them. But, yeah, man, you guys got to give me the Clippers. I'm not even going to force it, not even going to think about it. I just take the 8. All right. Next game we're going to talk about here is Toronto and Philadelphia. We have the worst team in the NBA, to me, the Philadelphia 76ers. I know a lot of people want to talk about the Wizards. I know a lot of people want to talk about the Jazz or the Hornets. No, Philly is it for me. Philly is it for me. I think they're the worst ATS team in the NBA. And you mean to tell me that you're giving Toronto 4 points? I think a lot of people are still on that popularity Philly train. But, I mean, I could be wrong. Let's see who plays today for Philly. Let's see. Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, Philadelphia. So, yeah, no Drummond, no Tyrese Maxey, no Lowry, no Paul George, no Embiid, no Eric Gordon, no Kane, no Kelly Oubre. It's a pass for me. It's a pass for me. Let's see, Toronto. Let me get to it. All right, here we go. Emmanuel Quickly out, Grady Dick out, Jakopoto out, Brandon Ingram out, and Ulrich Crombie. It's a lot of injuries. Normally that's a stay away game for me, but if we go over the trends, right? If you just like listen to the trends for a second. Okay. Toronto's 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 games. I mean, granted, they're 1-4 straight up when playing in Philly. Okay. And they're also 3-7 in the last 10 games against Philadelphia. But Philadelphia is a sinking ship. They're 0-7 straight up in the last 7 games. They're 0-6 straight up against the spread. And they're 2-10 against the spread when playing at home. I just honestly, it's hard to keep beating a team down, especially when that team is doing what they can to not only cover games, but to stay competitive. And the Raptors are staying competitive. I don't know where they are in the standings, but something about this team, man, they like to fight. And if you're going to tell me that I can get 4.5, like all they got to do is beat Philly by 5, the worst team in the NBA, you got to give me Toronto. It's crazy how normally I don't really agree with the bot all the time, but in this video, me and the bot, we're like best friends, man. We're like best friends right now. So hopefully we can stay friends. Total is 224. You can see the bot got it going over. I would stay away from the total, honestly. It's just no need when you can just take the -4.5 with Toronto. There's just no need to play with totals. All right, let's go on to the next game. We have Detroit, Minnesota. Now, Detroit to me has been the best. Like, they remind me of what Orlando and what Indiana was last year. Like, dark horse, hardworking team. Adding Tobias Harris, I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning of the season, I thought that was a risky move. You already got a team of players that are young and stay injured a lot. You bring in an older veteran who technically hasn't won anything, but also gets injured a lot. But they made it work out. I mean, shout out Detroit sports, the Lions, the Tigers, the Red Wings, and the Pistons. They're doing great things out there in that city. That city's hype, man. I love being in Detroit. Detroit is a wonderful sports town. But let's get back to where we need to be talking about. All right, so Minnesota is a team that I fade them blindly, especially if you're giving me more than 2 possessions. I fade Minnesota blindly. I'm going to go ahead and rock with Detroit. We're going to talk about some injuries, though. We're going to make sure that, we're not on we're not missing key important guys. Okay, so Cade Cunningham, game time decision. Tobias Harris, game time decision. Dennis Schroeder, game time decision. And Jaden Ivey is out. That's a lot of important pieces. So I would watch that injury report for Detroit. And then let me see. They are Minnesota. It get cold in Minnesota. It get cold in Minnesota. You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. All right, bet. Terrence Shannon Jr. is the only person that is not playing for Minnesota today. So that means Anthony Edwards. They got their full roster back, including Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. So I'm assuming that's why they're laying so many points, because Minnesota is not that good. They're not that good. I don't know why they swapped Julius Randle for Karl Anthony Towns. You're getting basically the same player, but one shorter and don't care about you. Julius Randle don't give a flying flip about Minnesota, bro. He's out the moment this year over. He ain't staying there. And you got Cat, the guy you drafted. I don't know, man. I didn't think that was a good decision. I felt like you could have got a lot more for Cat, or even better positions or whatever. Maybe it was just trying to get away from his contract, but I don't know. They're definitely paying for that decision this year. Give me Detroit plus the 7. I don't care who's hurt. I just like the way Detroit's been playing lately. Me and the bot agree again, and I don't like that. But, as far as totals go, they got it over 226.5. I don't know if I like that. I might go under, to be honest with you. And let's read some stats first, though, to confirm my suspicion. But I would probably go under, bro. Straight up. 5-5. The last 10 times these teams played together, it's split 50-50 with the over-under. The last time these guys played, this total was set at 216. The game ended 119-105. Detroit won. That's what? 224. They got it at 225.5. I go under. For sure. I go under. These are all leans too, by the way, guys. These are not like guarantees or anything. I'm just telling you guys what I would do. Standalone bet, I bet just Detroit. Guys, give me 1 second. Standalone bet, I bet just Detroit, but straight up on the total, give me the under. All right, next game. I think this is the final game too, guys. I was trying to keep this video within 20 minutes. We got Houston and Phoenix. Houston is visiting Phoenix. Phoenix, you have a problem. And your problem is 2 letters. KD. I don't mean KD is your problem, meaning KD can't play. I don't mean KD is your problem, meaning he's a problem in the locker room. I'm meaning KD is a problem because he's just too good, and there's only one ball, and you got Devin Booker, and you got Bradley Beal, and everybody can't shoot it, bro. Everybody can't shoot it, bro. And I think now people are starting to realize that that team is nothing but hype. I'm going to read you guys some numbers. Houston, 4-1 last 5 games against the spread against Phoenix. 4-1 straight up last 5 games against Phoenix, and they're 4-1 straight up last 5 games on the road. And the total is going over in 6 of the last 8 Houston games. Phoenix is 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games as far as getting a dub. Total of going over in 4 of Phoenix last 5 games. They are 1-4 against the spread when playing at home against Houston last 5 games, and the total has gone under in the last 5 games with both Houston and an opponent in the Western Conference. So, where do I lead with this? I'm going to be completely honest. I definitely need to read the injury report first to make sure that so Bradley Beal is out for Phoenix. You can't expect that. I thought that was a stupid move, man. I thought bringing him over was just beyond retarded. Okay, so we got that's a bad word. Don't care. Oh, okay, so we got Tari Eason resting. He's not playing. I don't think he's that important. And then Reed Shepherd, he's a game time decision. You got to give me just based off how everything's been going, you got to give me Houston. You got to give me Houston. I'll take the over. It's only 222. Now, granted, I know the last few games that these teams have played against each other, the last time the score was 227. That was too much. It went under. But then the game before that, it was 219, and it actually touched 230. So it went over. And then it went under at 232 again. So it's like you're really dealing with the 50-50 rule. And 9 times out of 10, when I'm dealing with 50-50, I don't like totals. I don't even like betting totals sometimes because, like, especially when you're betting unders, every shot they make hurts you. Every shot they miss, you're like, yay. It just takes away from the joy of, like, really enjoying the game. Whew. Really enjoying the game. You know what I mean? It just takes away from the style of play. And as a bettor, you're like always rushing to see what the score is. So I don't like betting totals. If I had to take the spread, you giving Houston a bucket against, to me, the second worst team or failure team in the NBA, and that's Phoenix. Phoenix has lost a lot of people money this year. In fact, let me tell you, Phoenix is 29-44 against the spread with 1 push. Houston is 38-34. Gotta give me Houston. Gotta give me the team that's been making people positive money. And am I saying that Houston's gonna blow them out? I doubt that. But you only land a bucket. What do you have to lose with a team that's been constantly winning and against a team that's been constantly costing people cheese? So, yeah, guys, this is the horse's mouth, man. Let's go over the picks from the beginning. We're going to go Birmingham Stallions, cover the spread. Okay. Houston, cover the spread. Toronto, cover the spread. Detroit, cover the spread. And L.A., cover the spread. Clippers, no Lakers. This has been the horse's mouth, man. I'm your host, Robin Gould. Hit him with the outro so we can all get out of here. Happy.
Yeah, we fly just like rockets in the sky. Yeah, we fly just like rockets in the sky. We take off, we blast off, we stay up, we lift off, we too high, can't catch up.